Just want to represent for my boy, supporting black business. And I wanted to get that nice and well lit. And the rest of this, you know, I'm not about the bright lights and stuff. I hope my mind and my thoughts spark um, some excitement, but I'm not trying to do it with lighting and stuff like that so much, you know. So this is a truly unscripted live. I don't, you know, I mean, everybody's having busy days and busy lives and things like that. Um, but myself personally, um, you know, I've been trying to build towards something bigger with the channel, with this page, and I need to give a little bit more with this message today. I need to share something that I hope is worth archiving and going back and finding later, just for the time frame of it. So, one of the first things that's kind of on my mind right now is as I start trying to put things together, because I want to put a mastermind group together. I have some gentlemen I'm looking forward to linking up with and communicating with, and and building with. Um, on subjects, but the goal is to implement genius into situations that haven't had that level of genius put into them. Let me give you my idea of what genius is, or how you can identify genius. Genius is not identified by a group of people talking about complicated things in a complicated way that only a few people could understand. I don't That might be the problem solving phase of genius, but that's not the implementation and output of genius. Genius is constantly simplifying things. Um, it is taking the complex and putting such a simple and beautiful take on it that everybody just goes, damn, why didn't we think of that? Why didn't we come up with that? Right. So, a common thread in what I'm trying to do with this page and with a lot of the things that I'm doing. And I'm learning lessons all the way around and all the way through. Being a straight shooter and somebody that speaks their mind directly to the face of the opposition, if that's what they will want to be. Um, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about people, the limitations of those people, and maybe even of myself. Um, but I'm always pushing the boundaries. And, to love on somebody is to be honest with them, to share with them the place you're in and how you're seeing things from that place at that moment. Um, Very bluntly, in private, I believe is still love, but the conversation should have very room for misunderstanding and misleading. Um, Now back to implementing genius. When genius is implemented, these complex things that or variables, or it's like the okay. It's basically just making things that are complicated very simple. I like to think if you can make it clear for a 10-year-old, you might be possessing mastery of something if you can break it down like that. Um, so in many things that I run across, the great minds, the minds that I appreciate and respect, that I have access to and I can share intimate thought with, The common thread is none of these things, as I'm talking about grandiose things like making the world a better place, ending homelessness, just to give an idea of the level of thought I'm talking about. But what the variable is that's constant, that needs to be, well, the thing that, or the missing element that would make these wonderful, grandiose visions possible is undeniably unity. I love spelling the word community and uppercasing the word unity in that, um, because it's about what we have in common. And it's about being able to put that in front of. And when people argue and bicker about small enough things, there's like infinite places to argue about it. Once you start implementing genius and problem solving, or being above the problems put in front of you, and once you can get a team of people with you that can see that vision clearly, and you guys can start moving in lockstep, and they can go and talk to their following, because like I said, I have thank goodness, men, I really respect what they do and how they move. And it's nice to have these friends on my list because it keeps me truthful and honest. In other words, I don't get out of line, because I have black men that I respect greatly, who, or let me just say, black men and black women who I respect greatly, who have religious beliefs that are much stronger and different than mine. So, uh, to show them respect is to admit what I don't know. And I try to meet those folks there and like, can we admit what we don't know so we can actually talk? But, when people can't admit what they don't know and they kind of already know it all, there's not really anywhere to go and grow from there. I mean, in fact, there is nowhere to grow from there. Um, but that's just one phase. But that's if we're going in. And I'm not saying religion is small, because it's not. It's really as big as you want to make it. And I think there's not too many ideas that are more grandiose than where people, with their imaginations and their belief systems, take that subject. But to have commonality is to go, to talk about uh, the things we have in common. The fact that we all breathe and we all need fresh air. The fact that our bodies can only handle temperatures in a certain range. So, we have to keep it cooler than a certain temperature and warmer than a certain temperature for us to be comfortable. We all have that in common, So there's people right now sleeping on concrete outside, cardboard boxes, things like that. And I have ideas. I believe I have the grand slam idea that can truly put an accountable end to homelessness. Um, and when I say end, it can exist. It just doesn't need to exist in the face of everybody all the time. And I think there's a much more sensible way to go about it. But how do I get my message or get myself in front of the people who are taking all this government money and funding it and doing all these projects that aren't getting any results? And they turn around and give more money the next year, and there's still more people in the streets and da 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 da, da, right? It's a good chance that my idea could possibly not maybe work also, but it needs to be tried up against other thoughts and people with heavy minds and, ideas on that type of solution base. So, but to talk about accountability, I not only just religious beliefs, I have people that I respect and love dearly who are much, let me say, much more. I would say they're more pro black than I am. I'm not anti. When I say more, I mean they are so serious about their melanated situation. And I'm proud to be who I am and the man I am. And I know I'm a black man and I'm seen that way and all that. But um, so many of the thoughts and the grandiose things I'm trying to put together are so much bigger than just the black agenda. But how can you speak to others when you don't have your stuff together? So I need to talk with the men who I respect as leaders in the black community, um, about how we can get that situation together and make more sense where, where it's like, we got to love on each other, you know. We all don't like certain behaviors, and color, age, whatever you want to call it, there's things that all of us just don't like. um but I want to challenge some of those thoughts to see how far we can evolve it, because I am pro all that. It's just that my vision goes wider than just the black community. That's why the name of this channel is Nurturing of Our Humanity. Every single word of that title was chosen very carefully. And you can look up the definition of each word. But humanity is the calling. And um, this world is not serving us well. The resources here are serving us well. The planet is serving us well. But the systems that have put this matrix together are starting to become exposed by this very tool that I'm using to send this message to you right now. Now, information is moving much more freely and faster and effortless than the way it was controlled by big media markets. It's a much different thing now. Um, and I don't know how long this tool will be available to us the way it is right now, where you can end up with a few $100 worth of equipment, maybe even just a phone, and you can really get a message out. You don't have to have all the backgrounds and editing and stuff like that, but you can really get a message out. And the fact that, to loop this back around to the unity in community, the variable that they all have in common is lacking unity. This goes from so many different agendas. And I think unity, just like defense in basketball, for example, so much of it is just effort and just how hard you try. And I just don't think we're trying very hard. I think we're maybe believing what some people just want to believe, but I promise you, I believe with my wholeheartedness that this is the time in life to try and change the world with these tools for the better. Don't complain about stuff. Do something about it. Don't critique another person's video. Make your video. Do your part. Be solution based. Um, like so many others, I have holdups. I have notebooks of ideas and inventions. So I can't say that's like most others, but what I do believe, like most others, I do share is the fact that a lot of my ideas and thoughts are on hold. What are they on hold for? Maybe not knowing how I can monetize it. Um, Not trusting that, it could stay my thought, my idea, but you know something? I have to admit this. The idea after the implementation, after the implementation of the idea that you're holding on to, the idea that you can't even see because it will come to you once you let that first one go. I believe in that. And that's why on this channel, I'm going to really start letting some gems go. What I call gems, things that are in my vault. And that's why this is for my personal clarity and mental health, to release, uh, who knows, my great great grandkids might find this first and they might get some motivation from it. That would be awesome. I might be the first generation of my family chain to be able to really leave a video log of thoughts and ideas and multiple ramblings, for thousands and maybe for the rest of time. We are living in that time right now, people. Get your head from under the rock that it's been under. Get out of your bias. Figure out what's not working for you in your life, what is working for you, and be the person who you say you are. The person that you argue as, be that person out loud. And that's what I'm trying to do, is start with me, not act like you first. No, me first. I'm going to do me. I'm going to share some things, because I have a lot to share. There's a lot on my mind. I think it's going to be very good for me once I start narrowing my videos down from these live rants to the videos I'll put on the other playlist. This is the Wednesday Lives playlist. So this will be much more all over the place. But once I have a subject, and I've also realized that I speak well with others, especially very intelligent and wise men. Um, so I have to figure out how to get some of my genius buddies into this, how to branch this stuff off, have some in studio type situations going on. But there's going to be much more to come. I just wanted to make sure I shared some ideas in that circle and off that bubble today. Just random things going on in my mind. Talk with one of my brothers today about something he's been talking about for a while. I sent him a video that was really breaking down what me and him had talked about a while ago. I was talking with another gentleman. You guys will meet him when we're together. He's the deacon and I'm the guru. And but I was talking with him about things that we had been speaking of almost 2 decades ago, and the way they're starting to come to pass. So, instead of being so prophetic and having these stories to tell, it's time to get out in front of it and start laying some solid ground so people can jump on board and do what they do, which is support another movement. I don't think many people are going to become the motor of a movement, but you are definitely going to be the body and the spine of it, and we need that. I need to get my tribe together. I need to gather my movement, and I need to get it moving. So these are kind of precursors, in a sense. The Wednesday Lives are. But I think I will benefit from going on to one subject and just rolling with that. Excuse me. But I wanted to add this. I know I put it in the title. Um, endless content. Because when the universe and when the laws of reality and society are not even the bounds of the conversation topics and the ideas that can be brought, the content is endless. I believe most people are on some gossipy stuff, What this generally comes down to is most people are still serving a god or certain. Well, let me not get invoke religion into this. They're serving uh, a man-made thing, which is money, which is being very misled, which is it's making its own little sick economy. Um, so people that have put most videos up on this platform, YouTube, they put them up to get them to get views, to sell those views to advertisers, to put their ads in front of viewers. It just becomes um, this cycle of doing what gets views and not what is going to make the world a better place. So that's the difference in the genre here. Is it would be it would be nice. In fact, it's what I would love to have, is a gigantic following of people who are interested in problem solving and letting another person's conversation and freestyle and thoughts and ideas kind of mold possibly the questions and critiques they'll have. So in through the comments and through evolving and conversating with each other, we can all grow and learn and go to places that we haven't gone before, because we're challenging things and not holding back for whatever reasons they could be. Um, Once we break through and evolve a little bit further, we're going to evolve out of money. This is the jewel. This is the gem drop. It's not about being rich, because what's going to end up happening is, if we truly evolve our society, we're going to evolve beyond money being the defining factor it is. Because fresh air, fresh water, food, these things are going to be resources that we're going to learn how to maximize without corrupting, which is what's happening right now. People are still trying to take control of things, monopolize them. And we all know that when things are rare, they have more value. So when they keep us away from being able to just easily grow stuff by taking the seeds out of foods and fruits and so many things, um, I'm telling you, once I can really direct myself on one thought pattern, I think it's gonna roll a lot better. Just happen to be at an interesting time in my life right now, where a lot of things are moving differently, and it's time to kind of be subservient to some things, issues with family and the respect and appreciation of time and the place where you are in history. You know, keeping a grasp on all of that. Yeah. So anyway, um, I think I want to go a little bit deeper with that. So let me continue to build on that thought pattern. So um, when genius is realized, or when it's in motion, it'll be very easy for many people to understand. And actually, the places where my the places where my mind is bouncing are on the edges of, I guess it's like BC and AD, like the next one. Um, the next evolution is going to be the death of a lot of things that we're have become accustomed to dealing with and seeing, and actually even protecting. This is the point where the rubber's going to meet the road, and society will be changed forever. Um, because the things that we're fighting for and selling our time chips for right now, those things are going to become effortless in a genius made society. So there's not going to be room for very much work and stuff when everything becomes effortless because our genius is flying so above it. We're slowing our evolution down greatly because we're trying to slow things down to milk them and monetize them. And once you get in a good niche, you're not interested in things evolving anymore. You want them to stay where they are so you can continue to milk stuff, which is basically like almost enslaving some people, making some people be destined to less than you and gaining value or thinking you're gaining value from that. Well, I want to move different. I'm not only want to, I'm going to move different because every time I see that type of behavior, it disgusts me. And I feel like I'm the one here to destroy some of that with logic and intelligence, intellectually, to outthink this stuff, to see how big pieces move and can fit together. And yeah. So just having this rant right now, I think I'm going to work on what is after AD. Like there's BC, AD. What am I going to call the next thing? It's not going to be Nurturing of Our Humanity, but what is that thing? Because I think that's going to give me some real traction to direct my thoughts to try to penetrate the force field that is. So anyway, um, I'm going to stop there. Um, I'm looking at the length of my video and, it's my video, it's my live, it's my channel, kind of. It's our channel. So, I'm here for all of us. But at the same time, this is just a Wednesday live. This is not a full on video. All right. So, anyway, uh, I think I forgot to do it when I started, but good day to all. Good day to all. Every video should have that in it. And that's to my man Eminem for sure. All right. Um, Anyway, with that, I'm just going to bid you guys off and just say I'm keeping up, keeping my promise to myself, which is to keep the pressure on content uploading. I need to continue to do this, get more comfortable with this. Today was another landmark because I came with zero notes, really zero subject, and just kind of got it going. But um, if you made it this far in the video and you're really still paying attention, Nurturing of Our Humanity is here to overthrow everything that is stopping the evolution of humanity. I'm here to bring light to that and to encourage whatever it will take to change this world from the BS that it is now, the cesspool of greed, to the utopia of endless resources that it should be. And with that, this is Nurturing of Our Humanity. I'm signing off. This is G, and I'm out.